What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. I was fucked up. I was sick. Excuse my language. I was sick, man. I had food poisoning. It was hell. Fuck Mo's. Do not eat at Mo's. Do not eat at Mo's, bro. They ruined my life. But I'm back. I'm good. I'm better than ever. And now back to the subject at hand. Hornets fall to the Timberwolves. I'm actually not too upset about it. The game went pretty much how I expected it to go. I knew it was a winnable game for us, and we had a chance to win down the stretch. It just didn't go our way. The whistles didn't go our way. Steve Clifford had a little bit something to say about that, but he wasn't too irate really either. He just, everything that was kind of 50-50 just didn't go our way. But he said he didn't have a problem with the officiating crew. He would have them again. The officiating wasn't too bad. It was a few calls, but at the end of the day, you got three centers that are just having their way. I mean, it really wasn't nothing. Nothing really surprised me. No Anthony Edwards from the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, Cat, Nas Reed bullied us inside. Scored at will. Got to free throw line if they didn't score. It pretty much went how I expected it to go. The Kyle Anderson bullshit was really the only thing that really pissed me off because he got free throws like he's somebody. Why is he 7 for 7 from the free throw line? First off, why can he even shoot that good? Why is he not missing? Why is he 7 for 7 from the free throw line? But why does he have 7 free throws? Who the fuck is Kyle Anderson? Fuck him. Outside of that, the game went pretty much how I wanted, how not how I wanted it, how I expected it to go. Um, Miles played good. Um, Terry, you know, did his thing. Um, it pretty much went how I expected to go. Gordon did chip in, Brandon chipped in, PJ, like the game pretty much went how I expected it to go. Offense is not the Hornets' problem, it's defense. We gave up 123. Um, Minnesota Timberwolves, one of the best teams in the NBA right now, record wise at least, but defensively as well. I mean, we still gave 117 on one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. Still put up 117. The offense ain't the problem with his team's defense. Um, and it just is what it is when it comes down to Charlotte Hornets. Anyways, let me go ahead and get into this. First thing I have written down, the inside presence affecting us. The inside post presence affecting us is literally my very first note. It's from the very beginning of the game. They wasted no time from the very beginning of the game. Start out down 10-0 at that. So a slow start on top of that. That's another thing I want to talk about before I even get into it. We always end up down, bro. And they showed it during the game. Even the games that we've won, we were down 10, 12, 14, 18. You can't get down by double digits every game and expect to actually end up winning. It doesn't work like that. It can, but it doesn't. It doesn't work like that versus good teams. It's crazy because Eric Collins at the beginning of the game, we're losing 10-0. He said, I knew we'd be down 10 at some point today. We might as well get out the way at the beginning. And then Miles Bridges made a three. It's like we can't expect to be down double digits and come back. We can't. But anyways, the inside post presence, it was just too much, man. It was just too much. Um, from the beginning. Cat is a mismatch. Because like with the way the Timberwolves is constructed, do I think it's gonna end up in them ever getting playoff success and winning a ring or anything? No, I really don't. Um, I think the trade for Rudy Gobert was the worst of all time. It's fucking stupid. But in terms of bullying motherfuckers in the regular season and doing stuff like this, sure. You got two 7 footers that you got to deal with. One can score 30 on you in many different ways while shooting 50% from three. The other one is a traditional center. Going to give you 26 and 12 with 3 blocks. He's a defensive player of the year. Deadly combination. Then not to mention Nas Reed is going to, contribute off the bench. So at the end of the day, Cat was a mismatch because he's getting guarded by either Miles Bridges or PJ Washington at the four. It's tough. Um, I actually wrote all this stuff down because it was intriguing to me. But it was obvious from the beginning of the game. And saying, we play the Timberwolves every year. We already know what's coming. PJ Washington is 6'7", 230 pounds. Miles Bridges is 6'7", 225 pounds. Keep that in mind. Karl Anthony Towns is 7 foot, 248 pounds. Nas Reed is 6'9", 264 pounds. So Nas Reed has 2 inches and 40 pounds on Miles, 2 inches and 35 pounds on PJ. Cat 7 feet. Rudy 7'1", 258. It's a mismatch. It's a mismatch. There's nothing you can do. JT Thor, he didn't even play tonight. JT Thor is 6'9", 203 pounds. 203 pounds. You think he finna guard Nas Reed at 264? No. That's why he didn't even play tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, 7 foot, 250. You think JT finna guard him tonight and do what? Rudy, he gonna guard him tonight and do what? No. Nick Richards, 7 foot, 245. I mean, he the biggest one, but I mean, with Nick Richards' skill set, is he really supposed to bang with Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year? No. Cat, the way that he spaces the floor? No. I mean, Mark, he's 7 foot, 240, but shit, Rudy, 7'1", 260. That's still 20 pounds on him. Nas Reed, 265. That's still 25 pounds on Mark. Who, you know what I'm saying? He's a slimmer center. And on top of that, he's young. He hasn't gotten into the NBA strength and conditioning program for years and years and years like these other guys have. You know, so it's just a mismatch with this team. The way they're constructed, the Timberwolves roster construction is what won this game. It just is what it is. And I'm sorry if I spent too much time on that, but I felt like me reading out their heights, their weights, really, you know, making a visual for people, gonna help people really understand what the fuck was going on tonight. It pretty much was not a surprise to me. I knew this was gonna happen. It really wasn't too much of a surprise at all. Um, I bet on Rudy Gobert to have over 2 blocks. So I already knew he was gonna do that. He had three. I already knew what the fuck was gonna happen. And he was the only person to actually have a block for them. And I mean, we didn't get killed on the boards. Um, like bro, the game was there. I mean, they out rebounded us by 5. Offensive rebounds were 10 to 10. They did have a few more second chance points. But I mean, we held our own. We shot 50% from three, damn near. Like, I'm pretty proud of our performance. It just went the way it went. Um, Cat was a mismatch. Nick Richards was back, and he did do some good things at times. Um, I'm gonna get to the end of the game, so save it. Keep watching, please. Um, Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges did a good job getting to the line. Early in the game, Brandon was 2 for 2, but like it was kind of like back to back. Um, Miles 4 for 4, not crazy attempts, but they did a good job doing it at the right time. Sometimes it's just, bro, stuff in the get to the line. It's all reliable, and it's something that I hate that teams get away from sometimes, especially if the shot isn't falling. Tonight, we were doing pretty good as far as shooting the three ball. But don't be afraid to get downhill and get to the foul line, especially versus these big teams. And that's why we had a chance in the first half. I mean, we had a chance the whole game. Don't get me wrong. But you got Cat sitting down with 3 fouls. Why? We're driving. We're getting to the foul line. That's how you beat the Timberwolves. You got to get those big guys in foul trouble. And we did. But then, in that second half, they flipped the script on us and did the same thing. Mark fouls out. I'm sure Miles had 5. Yep, he had 5. Um, so I mean, they flipped the script on us. But the first half we definitely did what we were supposed to do. It just that roster construction, it is what it is. That's what they want to do. That's why they made the trade for Rudy Gobert so they could do shit like this. Um, Gordon contributed. He had 17, And as far as Gordon goes, bro, just all I need. Can you just be somewhere in the teens, 15, 16, 17, 18? Can you just do that? Okay? Just do something. Something. Um, the Terry three ball, um, at certain points, it definitely kept us alive tonight. And he was 3 for 7. I thought he made more than three, it seemed like. 43%. I mean, hey, bro. I'm happy. Miles shot 40% from three. Gordon shot 50%. Brandon Miller shot 50%. Terry shot 43. PJ shot 57. Shit. I mean, what more can you ask for? But the Terry three, it always seemed to come at the right time. We were able to battle back, take the lead. You know, like the shots that Terry makes always seem to be at an important time. Um, but ultimately, the slow third quarter start, coming out the half sluggish. Um, and I can't remember if we went to the half up one or down one. It was close. It was a close game at halftime. I know that. Um, and I mean, I think like coming out of halftime, all of a sudden we're down 10. Like, what the hell? Um, I mean, that's the problem. But PJ3 got us back into the game. PJ 3-point shooting definitely got us back into the game. Salute to PJ. He definitely showed up after, struggling a little bit versus Brooklyn. Um, Brandon Miller hooping. He was hooping, bro. He only had 14, but 5 for 13. That number actually kind of makes me smile a little bit. Just because, bro, he's shooting the ball. He don't care. It's not too many people that should be shooting more than him. Um, PJ, Terry, Miles, the only people that shot more than Brandon. And I mean, PJ was hot tonight, so that's the only reason he did. But I mean, hey, it's no LaMelo. Yeah, get them shots up. Even he's 5 for 13. I don't care. I don't even care. He still shot 50% from three. Shit. Yeah, I mean, Brandon started hooping. We were able to get the lead back. Because we did lose it. We were trading buckets. And I mean, that's the problem with this team. We'll start trading buckets, and it's like, you got to get stops. You can't just keep trading buckets. You got to get stops and still come down and score, but you can't get to trading buckets. And we're trading buckets, and all of a sudden, Nas Reed is unstoppable. And I mean, it's like that's the thing where you got Rudy Gobert out there, Karl Anthony Towns comes out, Nas Reed comes in, he's hitting threes, and he's doing the same shit that Karl Anthony Towns was just doing. Rudy Gobert is still right there in the post. Nothing changed. Like, it's tough. I mean, it is tough, bro. And with no Anthony Edwards, like I said, this is what I expected. No Anthony Edwards, who are they going to go through? They're going to feed the ball to the post every chance they get. Mike Conley going to do a little bit of something. I mean, but not much. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at how this game went. As far as the Timberwolves tactics. Um, it turned to the Brandon Miller show for a little bit. For a little bit. I'm actually kind of surprised looking at the screen. He only had 14. Um, but like he just has a way of showing up. He just has a way of showing up. I wish he would have got more touches in the fourth quarter, for sure. Um, but he played the most minutes out of everybody tonight, which really shows how much Steve Clifford trusts and loves this young guy and Brandon Miller. I know people, oh, Cliff doesn't play the young guys. I mean, for the most part, they really do play. Um, Brandon played 36 minutes, bro. And nobody played more than him. He's out there. Um, and at one point, it did turn to the Brandon Miller show. He just shows up and makes plays. I love that kid. Um, Terry three ball got us back into the game. These are all notes that I'm making while I'm watching the game. Um, the ball movement, that's really what had us in striking distance to win this game. Um, and I tweeted it. I think it might have been the late third quarter or something like that when I tweeted it. I don't remember, but I basically tweeted, ball movement. That's what's going to have us a chance to win this game, and that's why we shot 48% from three tonight. We moved the ball. That's how you break a defense like the Timberwolves. You have to move the ball. You only can beat good defenses by ball movement. It's the only way, and we did that. Miles found Bryce for the dunk. PJ hits the three. It all came from the ball movement. It all comes. That's how you go on runs. That's how you demoralize a good defensive team. Um, and the Mark Williams and Ish, um, little bench unit. I liked it. Ish did give us something tonight. 6 points, 3 for 3. Had 5 assists. Most of them assists went to Mark Williams. Who ain't had the craziest game. He had 11.6 rebounds. But I mean, I don't know, they seem to be developing a connection, which is good, especially with LaMelo out. Um, Ish giving us 6 and 5 off the bench in 16 minutes. I can live with that. Um, Yeah, I like that little market-ish little tandem that was going on. Um, the refs were being lame. I got that written down too. The refs were being lame at certain points in times where it felt like we were building momentum. And it like, bro, it sucks because like, bro, sometimes this shit be happening at home games. It's like, damn, we can't even get the benefit of the doubt at home. Like, yo, this our house, bro. Damn. Like the refs just, bro, be killing everything. Ticky tack, nothing. Let us play. The other team get to play. That should be crazy, man. But ultimately, Terry Clutch is what I got written down in big capital letters. Terry Clutch with the exclamation mark. It's just what he does. Um, and at one point we were 11 for 22 from three, shooting 50%. But then everything's going good. The tide turn. Mark fouls out. Once that happened, the lead evaporated quickly, or maybe the lead, maybe we were down one or two when he fouled out. I can't exactly remember. But when he fouled out, Steve Clifford decided to go with PJ Washington at center, which versus any other team in the NBA, probably, maybe. I don't want to say probably. It might have been fine. It probably would have been fine. Maybe. But not against this team. Not against this team, no. Too big. Too big. You can't do that. So what happened as soon as we did that? The Timberwolves scored quick. Mike Conley got right to the basket, got a layup. Somebody else scored in the post quick. They scored it quick as hell, and all of a sudden we down four, down six, quick. No post presence. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't go from Mark to PJ. You can't. So once that happened, I mean, it seemed like it was almost over with. But then, boom, Terry comes down. He gets three free throws on getting fouled on a 3-pointer. He's like, okay, got a little bit of life. Um, then I mean, I think we might have been down three or four. I can't remember. Um, well, then something happens, and Steve Clifford does what I think he should have done when Mark first found out. He puts in Nick Richards, takes out PJ. Okay. Um, well, PJ had been making some plays at that point. I would have just ran with whatever and just for better or for worse, put in Nick. Everybody's on Nick because he missed a shot on Rudy Gobert. Me personally, I'm as soon as I seen Miles pass the ball, I said, "Why are you passing it?" Because it was a few times tonight where you could tell, as far as the basketball IQ and making the right pass, we were doing that, getting the ball in the post, doing certain things, playing our game. I don't know about now, but at one point the Hornets led the NBA in paint touches and paint points. We get the ball into the post to our big guys, and I mean we have slashers and all that. We get the ball in the post, but you're playing Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. The game plan has to be a little different. Um, I don't know why Miles passing the ball in a situation. What you expecting Nick Richards to do with that ball, except for try to put it up? It's what a center is going to do when they're close to the rim. And there was not like there was anybody else right there on the wing for a catch and shoot three. I got to look at the play again, but I'm almost positive it wasn't anybody right there for a quick dish out. What's Nick going to do? He's going to try to put it up. He missed. I don't think if he made it, anybody would have said shit. Personally, I don't think he should have been put in that situation. I mean, I really don't. And then he only played 9 minutes tonight. So he literally just got on the floor. He only was 1 for 3 from the floor. It's not like he really was, you know, I don't think he should have been put in that situation, period. I really don't. Um, but he missed the shot. But really for me, it's why the Miles passed him that in that situation. Um, and then even after that, I mean, the game wasn't over after that. But what we did was stupid. We got a few stops. We got a few stops. We didn't have to chuck threes. We got a few stops. And what did we do? We kept attacking Rudy Gobert. We kept just driving at the rim. Like, bro, I understand you don't have to chuck threes, which I didn't want us to do. We still had around a minute and something left in a close game. You keep attacking Rudy Gobert like he's sweet. Like, why do we keep doing that? We just kept trying to drive. Like, I guess we're trying to go to the foul line, but fuck, stop doing that shit. I mean, it's a defensive player of the year. Shit, stop doing that. Um, I didn't understand that. But Miles showed some fight late, got a few late layups and hit a 3-pointer and try to fight to the end. Which I respected, and he got me my money too, which I respected because I need them last few points for real. But at the end, at the end of the game, Cliff in his post game conference, I'm sure you probably seen it on Twitter or something by now. Um, Cliff said we lost because we weren't physical enough, and second chance points are a problem, not just tonight but every night. Um, and I don't think it's something where he's losing the locker room or at all. I think it's something where the players in this nucleus and this core of this team has been the same. They don't play fucking defense. Doesn't matter if it's James Brago, doesn't matter if it's Steve Clifford. They don't play defense. This core of currently constructed players do not believe in defense. We can score. We can be number one in offense. We can do all of that shit. We don't play defense. How long has that been us? Um, People blame Cliff, but I mean, I watch the games, bro. I don't think so many people watch the games. I ain't gonna say that Cliff is perfect and he shouldn't be ridiculed. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. But I see Cliff on the sidelines turning red, screaming his fucking lungs out, damn near about to get a text some nights because he's passionate. I see him yelling, trying to get the team to a fucking offensive set. They're not doing what they're supposed to do on offense. I don't know. Sometimes the players, bro. If you don't defense some shit where you gotta have heart. If you don't have a fucking heart, you can draw all the X and O's on that whiteboard that you fucking want to. The motherfuckers ain't doing it. They're not doing it because they don't care. I mean, shit. In second chance points, boxing out, getting rebounds, that's here. That shit you get taught early in basketball. Box out. You learn that when you're 5 years old playing fucking rec. That's not NBA shit that you should have to worry about. That's hard. Um, at the end of the day, I mean, the offensive rebounds was 10 to 10. It wasn't crazy. They did have more second chance points than us, not by a lot, 22-16 or 6 points. But I mean, at the end of the day, shit, we lost by what? 6. So I mean, hey, little things it does matter. The fast break points, bro, 20-0. We had 20 fast break points. They had none. We did some things right, but ultimately they were just bigger than us. I mean, the paint points was 58-50. I mean, it wasn't crazy. It's not like we just got destroyed, even in the interior. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like we got destroyed in the post. We held our own even there, but still, man, late in the game, it just got out of hand, and it comes down to fight. It comes down to fundamentals. Um, I don't know, and I mean, at the end of the day, defense has been a problem. You can't give up 120 something points every fucking night and expect to win basketball games in the NBA. Even in today's modern era, bro. And I know we've seen games where they've gone to 130, 140, all that shit, but you consistently giving up 120 points, bro. We like 28th in defense. Now we held our own tonight against Minnesota, who's number one in defense. We still had 117, but guess what? We still lost the fucking game. Because you gotta be able to stop people. And now I look at these scores across the NBA, I see a lot of big numbers. But if you consistently need to score 130 points to win a basketball game, bro, you're not winning consistently. You're not. Because you're not gonna keep putting up 130 something points. I promise you that. So yeah, the defense definitely needs to step up. Motherfuckers playing against us, they finna have a season high. Rudy Gobert, season high 26 points. He ain't do that shit all season. Play us, best game of the year. Come on, bro. If we get tired of that shit, every time somebody play us, somebody popping off, having the best game of the season, half the time a fucking role player, you know what's got to happen? You got to step up on the defensive end and have some heart. Anyways, I'm about to wrap this shit up. My voice is tired, bro. I haven't talked this much in days because I've been sick. But I had to make some content for y'all, and I've been feeling better, so I had to. But anyways, I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I usually drop content very consistently after every game. I know I've been slacking the last few games, but I've been fucked up, so it is what it is. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for giving me damn near 25 minutes of y'all life. Like I said, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.